Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down, 18 Gator. 54 Mike. Hey, watch your leg. Down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Go, go. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Keys. Thomas has got it. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. Keys. That one is caught by Hunt. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. 6-6. Pull it high.
Second and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Check. No. Here we go. Big it. Check 52. Get it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Sparks. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
On 1st down, Sparks is complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Smith running right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox snap.
Now Ito Smith. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sparks. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Now he's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 54. Too low. Check. Go.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Let's go now. 10 Tucson.
Following the fumble recovery, Sparks. This is caught. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking to throw. Sparks toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Leo!
Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Falcons 7, Panthers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Keys. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. 30 base. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
From the gun, Keys caught here by Griffin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Keys is going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. These two teams all tied after 1. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
On first down, Smith. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Set 70, Indy. 55. Let's go, D. Big series right. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Sparks. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Falcons.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's Smith. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second down now, it's Smith, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Back to throw. Sparks. This one caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Get it.
Smith trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, Keys. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You got blue draw quarters. Ready?
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
To throw on second down. Keys. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49
Ready?
yard line.
50, plant. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Protein spill. Snap.
On first and 10, Keys. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Keys. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
A first update now from Cincinnati. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. 54. Shoot.
On first down, Keys escapes this, and right away he lost the football. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Keys. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike, 45.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Switch. X3. 218. Chopper. Big Griffin.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
Check, 59. Okay, just like that.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Sparks. He completes it to Julio Jones. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Check 15.
Check 9. Yo, faster. Snap.
They'll run with Smith. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Sparks. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, let go.
54, right there, 54.
Looking to throw. Sparks. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Parkey's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready to break.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keys. And he completes it to Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18. Gator. Deep dribble. Deep dribble.
Throwing on first down. Keys. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Keys. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Keys. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
DJ Moore. Touchdown, Panthers.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let me know right now, you better break.
Mike 54.
Off play action. Sparks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under crush, under crush, under crush.
Yo, go, go. Shoot.
From the gun, Sparks. He's going to wind up. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
54 Mike. Get him! Get him! Get him!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready.
54. Mike's 54. Pick me up. Here we go.
Ready.
To throw on second down. Keys. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Throwing on third and long. Keys. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 7. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 56. Danny.
Second and 4. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
First down, Falcons.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sparks. He completes it to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on first down. Smith. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, here's Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Bravo!
2nd and 9 now. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Keys. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Sparks. It's caught. Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back to throw. Sparks. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently.
Got it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go now.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000.
Here we go. 60 or. Rock it. Go.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, it's Smith. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Ready, set.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. He's tired.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first and 10, Sparks. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Ready?
From the gun, Sparks. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Sparks into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it?
Ready.
Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On the set.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a run with McCaffrey, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now with Smith. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Smith. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set 90 Wolf.
59. Here we go.
Hey, Delta. Be careful.
Looking to throw. Sparks. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Down.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. On first down, it's Smith. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Break.
54. Mike, 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sparks. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Let it.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
This is McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cox.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Keys. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down.
You got nothing to run. Smith. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You got double.
From the gun, Sparks, complete to Jones. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Oh, we made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Operating from the gun, Sparks. Caught by Jones. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Got it.
54. Mike 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
On first down, Sparks. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check. Fresno.
80 weapons.
Mike 5-4.
Hit it.
To throw on second down. Sparks. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
First down, Atlanta. That's the end of the third quarter.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, let's go.
Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 35 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Keys. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Keys. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Yes.
Off the play fake. Sparks. Jones has it. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Ready?
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Smith. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, high 7. Check, go.
Looking to throw. Sparks. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
On 1st down, Smith. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Throwing on 1st down. Keys. Now they go screen. It's complete. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Keys. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Mike, 45. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Keys. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I got you.
Now.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They keep it with Smith on first down. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
30 base.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sparks. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
54. Mike, 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that...